welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. Let's go. I just got off work. Work was interesting. I've been on less specifics about work lately, even though I don't think that it impacts me in a major way like some other people tend to think. Still, I'm kind of on less is more lately with details. But I'll just say there's people who navigate around each other. I am a person that is so sensitive to energies online, by DM, by messenger, whatever it is. Yes, but especially in person. I can walk into a room and it doesn't matter what you tell me. I know who likes who gets along with who does not get along with who. I know all that stuff and nobody has to tell me. And people come and tell me eventually, and when they tell me, it's basically just confirmation for me of what I already seen and have observed and have felt. Now, it made me think about many things, especially within the past few years, where I've known people feel upset or I've known people feel whatever thing that they feel, and I've chosen not to address them. And there's a reason why. In some cases, depending on the person, depending on the situation, like let's say a very close friend of mine or something has some kind of gripe with me, and then they start acting distant or they start acting uncomfortable, and I know that, that's what's happening. I will probably go out of my way in that specific instance, being a close friend or a close family member or something, to be like, hey, what's up? Let's talk this out. If you have some kind of an issue, let's communicate about it and let's try to come to a resolution. But I don't waste my time if it's somebody that I'm not on that level with, because I'm not going to turn down the conversation if somebody has a gripe. I'm not going to turn down the conversation, but I'm not going to seek it out either, because for me, I'm like, if I have a gripe with somebody, if somebody that I interact with, communicate with on a regular basis, I feel some type of way about them for whatever reason, I can just go talk to them and tell them, this is how I feel. You did this, you said this, I didn't like it. Matter of fact, somebody just did that to me today, or not today, yesterday at work. There's a client at work. There was something that happened. The client, I didn't even think it was an issue, and then the client comes to my office a couple of hours later, and I didn't appreciate A, B, C, D. I was like, okay, I'm sorry about that. That will not happen again. I didn't consider it a big deal, but it was a big deal to them. No big deal. We can change that action, and that does not have to happen again. But let's say, hi Devesh, let's say that same person has that same gripe, beef, whatever you want to call it, and says nothing to me. I just go on about my day. Why would I be on my way to KFC? I mean, I want to say you're lucky that I have other mods on here, because I am, never mind. Because some of my mods are nicer than me when it comes to giving people free reign to make those comments. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, if that person did not express that there is a problem, then they would just continue to build up this resume, I want to call it. I'll call it a resume, because a resume of resentment. Oh, that's a good one. Resume of resentment. Where every time they see me, they're going to be thinking about that thing that they were upset about. And I'm not going to be thinking about it because they never told me that they were upset. So they build it up and they build it up. And then sometimes they might assume I am doing that thing to them on purpose, to trigger them, to poke at them, when really I just don't know whatever it is that you feel bothered by. So make adults be adults again. That's just the way that I view things, is that if you want to be an adult, don't hint at a problem, don't act funny, silent, strange, different, in hopes that I will seek you out and be like, what's the problem? Seek me out and say, hey, Mark, this is the problem that I have with you, or what you did, or what you said, and then we'll go from there. That doesn't guarantee that the problem will get resolved in a sense of, oh yeah, that was wrong of me and I'm sorry for that. You know, in this particular instance, I'm going to be honest with you, I would have apologized 99 times out of 100 in a work scenario, because what am I going to do? Have a client come into work and come into the building and be upset with me every day? That would just not be beneficial to me. But in a life scenario where there's not money on the line, I will either hear you out and, you know, I'll agree that I might have missed something, or it could be a scenario of, no, you spoke to me, we talked about it, and I think you're wrong. But either way, we both move on from it definitively. Either it's definitively resolved, or we agree that we're just going to go our separate ways, or our relationship is going to be altered from there. That's my feeling. The removing people party. You missed the party. I call those block parties. Even though YouTube blocking is funny, because YouTube only allows you to block commentary. It doesn't allow you to block someone from actually viewing your video. But I guess it still benefits you if they lurk and watch your stuff without commenting anyways, because you're still getting the view from them lurking on your channel. PG. Different kind of block party. Hi, Cass Wash. Cass Wash. I live for the next time that I go to another event and ask one of the cast members to read my comments, and they're like, Cass Wash, because everybody is so amused by that name. It's the first thing that jumps out. Every time they look on my screen, that's the first thing that they read. It could be 15 comments around, but they jump right to Cass Wash. People keep calling you Wash. Cass is here. That means the live is almost over. True. That does mean the live is almost over. But it's not almost over like how it usually is, where I'm like, hey, I'm just about to go, and then she pops up. Oh, you missed the whole thing. You missed my whole speech because I don't even know where it left off at. I have no idea. Don't worry. I brought my ukulele in today and I played. I did some playing for the clients. They enjoyed it. Alright. I mean, if they can't say anything, no harm. Yeah, that's true. If I can't see them, then they don't matter. Wow, you're a ball buster. Marshall, baby, don't tell your girlfriend. Ball exploder. Not a thing. How's everyone's day going? You juicy love, okay, I'm being inappropriate. That is okay. It is going pretty okay. I have a couple zero things. I only consider, for me, I only consider accomplishment out of work. So I have accomplished zero things thus far. Well, I'm not going to the gym. I'm not exercising because I don't know. I think I got sick somewhere along the way. Probably because there was 9,500 people at this event. 9,500. Yeah, 9,500. And it's not like they sanitize the weights and the medicine ball and all that kind of stuff. So you're just swimming in bacteria at those things. So I would not be surprised if my illness that I'm feeling came from that. But did you die, as they say? No. So I'm gonna feel better in a week or so. I'm sure. Peter Gibbons. I did nothing and it was everything I thought it could be. Huh. Love your marathon performance posts. Really nice, sir. Thank you. It is too many people. I liked those events used to have like what 500-600 people when I started doing them. Then they started advertising, they started expanding, they started having them at convention centers instead of gyms. They literally have these events in convention centers. You know, like convention centers that have carpet floors and conference rooms and stuff. They just transform one of the big rooms. They transform one of the big rooms into a track, and then they put all the fitness equipment in there, which must be a really hard thing to do. Because what floor were they on? The third floor? And those machines that they had to have in there are extremely heavy. So that must be a week-long task, I would say. To turn a convention center room into a fitness room, into a room for like a fitness function. All right. You look jacked. Appreciate you sharing your personal growth. Thank you. I was just in the convention center 2 days ago. All right. Hide my neighbor really quick. Okay. No girlfriend, Oliver. I slay at yoga. I need some tips. It's funny, Oliver just told me I look jacked, and then when I just got out of the car and saw my neighbor, he was like, "Man, you hitting the weights, huh, bro? You look jacked right now." I don't even feel that way, but I look that way in the pictures. All right, you gotta stretch them. No, you just list two of my weaknesses back to back: stretching and being patient. It's like, oh, just these two simple things that are two of the biggest struggles in your life. Just do those two things, and you'll get it all. Funny, 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 funny. Was being facetious, Marsh, but I still believe you wouldn't share some tips. Oh, I just read that. I'm eating spaghetti. The healthy, according to Cam, you. What did he say? Cam said that you started eating. You started your healthy living journey at 2 or something like that. I thought that was hilarious. You're like, carbs on carbs on carbs, carbs on carbs on carbs. That's not a cast like meal. spaghetti and breadsticks. Must be cheat day. Carbs on carbs on carbs. Oh, he's at 5. You said you started your healthy eating journey at 5. Did I just green screen myself? How do I take this off? How can speaking be off key? I don't get it. Ooh. Check that out. Hold on, let's see how that looks. 110 pounds? Okay, I'm taking that off because it just looks weird. 110. I weigh almost double your weight. That is crazy. I'm almost 2 times your weight. That goes crazy. Working out, yes or no? I just reset it. Working, yes, no, maybe so. Now I see it, okay. It's weird because I could still read all the comments while you guys couldn't see me. But at least I could see the comments so that I didn't sit here and talk to myself. Because I would have just thought that it was still showing. It probably started glitching because it does that when I'm in areas of high traffic, like where I am right now. It's lots of traffic. Messes with the network, I guess. And the phone is a fossil by phone standards nowadays. Once a phone hits the 2-year mark, it's a wrap for the phone working how it used to work. And then they start doing software upgrades. Next thing you know, your phone's not loading things how it should. Not long. I was only talking to myself for like 2 minutes. And then I was like, okay, let me put up this poll. 100% of you said no, the video's not working. So I just reset the live and here we are. 69 years because Ed is an artist. I said 2x like 15 times on my end. Then cut off. Dusty phone. I'm in a good headspace today, so I need to start creating some content in some time. I will start creating some TV show related content, some pre-records. Because lately I have not been covering any reality TV. Like I always say, I'm still watching, but I have not been recapping. It's so crazy because multiple weeks of the challenge and Survivor, I have a phone full of notes for when I plan to do the recap. Then after Survivor finishes, I fall asleep. And then I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow becomes the next day, the next day, and the next day. And then I'm like, we're already at the next episode of Survivor. So there's no point in me covering the last one. So I have done a lot of work for nothing. So I'm thinking I gotta start doing pre-recorded videos again. Any sexy material when dark, Mark? When it's dark? Ma, okay, who's here when it's dark? Ma is here sometimes. What do people usually say when it's dark, when I do my after dark? Well, if you don't know, the answer is always, I can't see you. It's so dark, I can't see you. That's what happens after dark. People are like, turn the light on, bro. I can't see you. FED. What is all that, Cass? Oh, people have not really said that in a long time. Once in a while, somebody will throw in an OnlyFans comment. But I feel like my regular subscribers don't say that anymore, just the new ones. The new ones will pop on and be like, OnlyFans, bro. OnlyFans. Marsh can enjoy it. Don't miss the suspense. I hope they post my interview that they did at that competition. I mean, knowing them, it will get put up at some random time. I'm not going to be tagged in it, so I won't even know if they decide to use that content. But they gave me an interview after I crossed the finish line. That's the first time that's happened at that competition, because they usually only interview the people that finish with the fastest times, and my time definitely was not amongst the fastest. I accidentally typed and tried to backspace, and then I was eating. See, that's what the pasta, that's what the spaghetti and breadsticks does to you. You gotta stick to your regular diet of kale and carrots. And protein shakes. That you started when you were 5. What about my hash browns? That's what you have in the mornings? You probably have 1 serving size of hash browns. When I eat things, that's half my problem. I don't even eat. It's my food that I eat ain't even that crazy. It's just that I have no portion control whatsoever. I'll eat something that's supposed to be healthy, but then I'll have like 6 servings of it at once. Sue me. It's funny that you said that you clearly typed something by accident, and everyone was like, that's so true, Cass. I agree, Cass. That was hilarious. It's like Rugrats when the babies are talking to each other. They understand every word, but then when they're talking to the adults are just hearing goo goo gaga. Well, you'd be doing pretty good if you had 6 servings of salad to 1 serving of Hot Pocket. You may ask, will I answer that? No, not trying to be rude or anything, but the where I'm going questions, I will not really answer anymore. Nothing to do with you. I like the things that, and aside from if I'm talking about going home, because unfortunately, those things are public information, whether you want them to be or not. I like the things that in salad, but I don't like salad as a meal. I had salad as a meal yesterday. Well, I didn't have salad as a meal like just salad, but I mean salad and a protein. Like salad and steak, salad and chicken. Gaga, so Toronto and Montreal. Hopefully I'll be going to Toronto soon. I don't have any immediate plans to do so, but hopefully. Well, not hopefully. I go at least once or twice every year, but I'm hoping that I can go once my time off accumulates. Not once my time off accumulates, actually. Once I get off my probation period at work, then I'm hoping that'll be one of my first time off that I take. Salad as a side. And it's funny, when you go to a restaurant, if you get a side salad, it's a tiny, tiny portion compared to what your entree is. Really tiny portions of salad. Wow, so your must be insane. Cassie with the insane metabolism. It's the complete opposite of Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. I love Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown was always my favorite, one of my favorite cartoons. I had this record. I still have the record. I showed it on my live one time. We still have a record player, and my favorite record was He's Your Dog, Charlie Brown. So basically, Snoopy was Snoopy was misbehaving a lot at the time, and Charlie Brown was getting sick of him. He was just doing the most, and he was being disobedient, blah blah blah, and he was getting on Charlie Brown's nerves. And then I think Charlie Brown yelled at him or something, and he decided to run away from home. And then Charlie Brown went around looking for him, and Snoopy had this really hard experience without Charlie Brown. And then they went around, and then at the end they were reunited, and then Snoopy did something else, and then they were all like, "He's your dog, Charlie Brown." Man, y'all talk about imaginations. I mean, even though I grew up on like the cusp of this era, so it was just like there was a lot of things that I listened to rather than watched. I would I would listen to things on the radio or on records or on cassette tapes instead of watching them on TV. I did not watch a ton of TV when I was growing up. I remember I heard that record hundreds of times before I ever saw the live cartoon version of it. I think it came on ABC one day and I'm like, "Oh, that's this thing that I always listen to." I know I want some music or something. Muscle. I was like, "What are you saying?" Typos all day today. Cass coming through with the typos. Cass typos. Are you saving all this, Ma? Who are you? Why are you live? Come to my suggestion list. You are demanding for a first time viewer. How about you introduce yourself? Tell me who you are, what brought you to the channel, where you're from, and what you bring to the table. Can you answer one of those questions? I didn't think so. Snoopy, come home. He's your mom. I just saw her, so I doubt that. First, explain yourself. Well, I have a bio. You can read up on all of that in the bio. If you're not interested in that, oh well. Thanks, Marshall. I'm trying not to do that because people are like, "Hey, why are you snoozing this person? Why are you blocking that one?" Because that's always gonna be. I'm not for like a games of 20 questions. But if my mods do it, I don't mind. I don't care. Creator of Peanuts. Why is there so much traffic right now? Alright. Creator of Peanuts has major mental... Yeah, I know. I actually knew that. I actually knew that. And every character represented... So Charlie Brown was supposed to be like some sort of a representation of himself and his insecurities and stuff like that. Ma was saying that to him. Took care of it. Now I'm giving you the 10 minutes, the 5-minute warning. About to get off here in like 5 minutes. Oh, really? Wow, I didn't even know that. The first Charlie Brown that I bought was the Charlie Brown Valentine's Day special, which I tried to review one time on my other channel, and then they blocked the video. They might have given me a copyright strike, as a matter of fact, for showing snippets of the Charlie Brown Valentine's Day with him trying to get the attention of the little red-haired girl, and then the unrequited love that Peppermint Patty had for him, and what's her name? Marcy, is that her name? Yeah, that was Peppermint Patty was a weird character. Peppermint Patty was so weird. And it's like all the people that the person that was like so head over heels in love with Charlie Brown, he didn't care for her at all. and the person who paid no attention to him. I mean, I guess that's life. I guess that happens a lot in life. Peppermint Patty always weirded me out. And I didn't even understand her relationship with. Am I saying that? Is it what is the name of her friend? Is it Marcy? Oh, I didn't watch. You mean the cartoons? Because I had the whole collection. I had a collection of those cartoon books. I probably still have it somewhere unless my mom got rid of it, because she has a tendency to declutter my stuff, as in throw it out or donate it to charity, but not her own. But I had a whole collection of those comic books. I used to love those comics. Those comics, Garfield, Archie comics, some of my favorites. In this race. Here's my favorite. I bet you it's because of Garfield on the low. Thank you all.